Hey everyone, welcome back. I've got a video here with this beautiful December embellishment kit from Scrapping Fun Kits. So you can see some lovely paper and some cards on the other side, some cut aparts on the left, and some beautiful 3D and flat embellishments, some washi, some flowers, some paper clips, sequins, all types of goodness on there. So just trying to work out what I wanted to do. I thought this lovely photo of my son showing the landscape at Floriade would be a fun photo to use for this flowery, bright and cheery summer December embellishment kit. So as you can see, I've just laid that green paper down. I'm thinking about using this ribbon, that card up the top tucked in like that. It says nothing but blue skies, and you can beautifully see there's a beautiful blue sky on there. Even though there's lots of clouds, I still count it as nothing but blue skies. So going to start committing, I believe. Oh no, still playing, thinking, oh, maybe it needs just a white background. But as good as that looks, I think it needs that bright that's not gold, that bright green spotty beautifulness. I'm trying to work out if I just want to map my photo a little bit and go a bit more horizontal than vertical. But I love how this green piece takes up a big chunk of the 6x12. So on it goes. Now I'm going to stick down my photo, and I test a theory here that as well when I'm putting this down. I cut the border because I thought maybe I didn't want the white border around the photo, but then I cut a little bit so I could just see what it's like, and then I decide that I just like it with the border instead, and I glue it down, and you can't see it unless you're looking that closely to see a cut, because when you glue it down there's nothing really to see at all. So there's a little tip if you're not too sure. I know that I could have cut it off and just bordered it with white cardstock and it still would have looked the same, but I figured I'd just skip a step. If I didn't need to do it, I wouldn't do it. So ripping that, because the beautiful colour on that card I wanted to keep as a different use. I thought I could layer it up on something. Actually, I do use it on this layout a bit at the end, and I use it on another layout for the mood board layout, the mood board for December Scrapping Fun Challenge. So check that one out too, using the same December embellishment kit. So here we got this beautiful blue raffia twine, and I figured it would be lovely if I tied it around here, trying to bring in some of this bright blueness. Well, there's lots of blue already, but bringing it down the page is probably more what I was trying to say. So just doing a simple knot, double knotting it so it doesn't come apart, just to the side there, and I'm just going to cut some of the ends off but keep it long at the same. Oh no, I tried a bow, but it wasn't long enough for a bow, and it wasn't very flexible for a bow either. So double knot it, cut them a little bit shorter, but have them so that they are a definite embellishment to the page. So I'm just going to use some old washi. Actually, it's not really old. I actually discovered I got 2 rolls of it for somehow. I think because it was Christmas, labelled as Christmas washi, and in January last year, Officeworks had washi tape, Christmas washi tape, very cheap. So every time I went in there, they seemingly had different varieties, which every other one I got is different, just this one I got 2 of. So on it goes. Figured this one would sit next to my glue and my other tools next to my desk for this exact purpose. So just covering them over so it doesn't fray or get stuck or anything when I slip it in the layout in the page protector. Did I say this was a 6x12? Pretty sure if I didn't that you might have worked it out, but yes, it is a 6x12. And it's just going to go lovely because it's going to fill up a whole chunk of the page, but also have some white space on the top and bottom to make it strikingly stand out as well. So I don't know if you're new to my channel, there's lots of things that I do. I'm on a couple of design teams, but also I have a big stash and lots of other goodies that I purchase myself. But I also do a variety of things. So in my album for this year, 2012, and I actually did it last year as well, I do Project Life, and I do traditional layouts and art journal kind of mixed media layouts as well, but I do them in all different sizes. So I have a 12x12 album, but I do variety of sizes in that album. So depending on what the photo speaks to me, what the supplies speak to me, or what if I have a design in mind as to what I do. But I have variety in my album, make it a bit more interesting for myself when I'm creating, and it's pretty cool when you're flipping through to see the different things going on. So yeah, so I will hopefully get some flip through videos filmed. I've got a couple of weeks of holidays coming up, so I'm planning on doing that when my children are occupied elsewhere, which is quite easy. They're a bit older. They have lots of things that they do that are quiet activities out of the lounge room for me to be able to record a voiceover. So I just stuck down that pink spotty ribbon. I was thinking of more ribbons, but it didn't look appealing to my eye, and I figured I'd stick with the spots, and I'd stick some sequins and some of these papery plasticky flowers as well. As I was looking to my right, because all down on the right is all those little bits of embellishments, I found this little cutout piece, and I thought that would be nice as the title, although I think I'm calling it Nothing But Blue Skies, but it adds some words down to the bottom, Georgia Eye down to that bottom and cluster as well. So sticking them on, not even bothering with my sequins pickup tool today because it was giving me grief the other day. I'm not sure if it was the static on the sequins from a plastic bag or the heat or what, but just going with the flow here. Sometimes you can just do it the old-fashioned way with your fingers, and it is beautiful. So just fishtailing that banner, giving it a bit of extra interest at the end there. And I'm just nestling into that knot of that blue because that draws your eye to that cluster that's going to start and trickle down the page. So not much else, I don't think. Oh yeah, there's a couple of things that do. So yes, I'm sticking the glue. I think the glue sticks itself. So gluing the sequins down in these paper plasticky flowers. They are beautiful. They're like a holographic kind of a pinky blue as well. I don't know, I haven't seen them before. They're pretty cool. That's a good thing about Scrapping Fun Kits. There's some lovely unique stuff in there, some one-of-a-kind things that I've never seen before, and some other goodies that are homemade and especially made for us, and it is just an awesome collection of goodies that are put into these embellishment kits. And I also get the Traveller's Notebook kits as well, which are jam-packed with goodness. It's a crazy amount of stuff that can be fitted in that bi-monthly kit, which is awesome. So fiddling again, thought I might put some of these crocheted leaves on. Wasn't going to happen. Wasn't really any space for such a big item. So what am I doing? Just looking about, I think, trying to work out what I was doing. Oh, that's right. I was looking for a punch. So I've got my tab punch out, and I'm using that rest of that blue card that well, if you can scrapbook with me, go for it. I like company when I'm scrapbooking. So just made a tab with the punch there on that blue card and bringing that blue down the bottom there. Sticking it in, and I write a little bit of journaling on there, not much, and add some of these Diamante Bling. Sorry, it is 10:30 at night. It is a Sunday night, and it's been a long weekend, including a migraine this morning, some sunburn yesterday, and a bit of a headache yesterday. It is crazy. Oh, I am so ready for the holidays. So ready. So, put on that bling, just in those sequins that are dribbling down the page. Well, dribbling sounds like a terrible word. Sprinkled down the page. It's probably a better explanation, make it sound more creative and sound more appealing. So I'm just trying to add some of the border, wondering if it needed a border, whether the ribbon would be that border. Then I went, definitely not top and tail. And then I thought maybe down the bottom it might go. I figured, the blue, because we've got lots of blue. But then I was like, nah. It's the middle, the cluster, the whole focus is in the middle with a bit of a sprinkling upwards and a bit of a sprinkling downwards. But that is the way your eye needs to draw into the middle, and then it can disperse a little bit. But it doesn't need to look around the whole page on this little layout. So just using a tiny 0.1 pen, I believe. And I've got quite a few of them that I just pick up from Eccles's. And that was what I call a done layout. So check out the blog link down below and check out the kits and have a good day. Bye.